Previously on the Jay and Dan podcast.
So we called for pizza on episode 40,
That's
and now
right.
we're just, I think it's arriving now.
The pizza guy's here.
Pizza!
This is exciting stuff, guys. Here we go.
I was trying to get some stuff.
We love you, Sam. We were trying to get some drugs.
You love that song.
My pet monster.
I'm guessing when you make a 3-foot putt, that song is playing in your head. Just your happy place.
My oldest brother, Sean O'Toole, joins us on the phone.
I'm sorry, what was that? I couldn't hear.
Sunflower seed story.
Oh, jeez.
I thought you were going to say you put your in his mouth, Sean.
Jeez.
I have to admit, that was the first thing I'm
Where
sorry.
does that come from?
Jeez, blue tonight.
Prince wrote me a song. Oh, he just did that out of the goodness of his heart?
Yeah.
Off,
Fonzie should have been in this.
Yeah, happy now? Yeah, Twitter.
You're listening to the Jay and Dan podcast.
Welcome to episode 42. This is part 2 of our clip show. All the best of the Jay and Dan podcast. Get ready for some great fun. Back to clips.
My version of a clip show is different than everyone else's.
Thanks, Katie. Thanks for everything.
Because I wanted to just play snippets of the clip,
No,
and
but
then
you'll
we talk about it here.
You'll like this, Toolsy. You'll love this one. This is one you brought to the attention of the entire nation, frankly. Episode 16. Episode 16, someone made Spankies famous in Peterborough, and his name was Big City Ken.
Found these messages. These are real messages from a disgruntled patron.
Trust me, it's 11:41. You don't even have a clue who the you with tonight. You're all have a job in the morning, man. Trust me. I will close your business overnight. You sucking. Yeah, the guy with the Canada shirt. Have a nice night.
Okay, but that's not it. So do you want to hear more?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let it go.
Trust me. 11:42 at night. You guys me. You wanted to burn me for $6.25 for a beer and a 75-cent tip. You're shut down in the morning. No doubt, Spankies. You're gone. End of story. You sucking. Don't worry. You wanted to steal my pack of smokes on the table as well. All good, man. Trust me, man. I shut you down in the morning. You're all out of a job. See ya. Thanks for coming out. You goddamn disrespectful. In Peterborough, I ain't from this city, and I'll tell you, you're going to learn a lesson in life real quick now.
So you thought, okay, maybe he's sobered up. No, go back.
11:45, you the wrong cat tonight, trust me, man. You are done, man. How far, whoever, whatever, you're done overnight. Your employees, you my name's Ken. They know who I am.
Jesus.
You shoot me, you read me. You're done. Came from the big city, Peterborough, you turkeys. You're done. Thank your employees, you immigrants.
Immigrants.
He's got more.
Trust me, I don't know who owns that place, but you're shut down as tomorrow morning because of your goddamn disrespectful employees. Don't worry, my name's Ken. I'm the guy with the Canada shirt in the morning. Thanks for coming out in Peterborough, you.
I didn't know what to say there. He's got, I think, one more. 2 more.
Your employees want to me over this evening. Welcome to my world, you. Record this, whatever, man. Welcome to the Hiccups, Health Canada. Here I come, you goddamn degenerates. Thank your employees, you. You want to tag me for $6.25 and a 75-cent tip and dump it out on me? Welcome to my world. I came from the big city. Welcome to your new Hiccups.
I don't know what Health Canada has to do with any of it. Okay, he's got a couple more.
Trust me, I'm shutting your establishment down ASAP. I warned your employees they want to with me, man. Don't ever contain my power, dude. I came from the big city. I don't know who owns that and I don't really care. You're employees have disrespect for everybody in life, I'll shoe you all, man. Trust me, you're shut down overnight. I am Ken. Goodbye. Canada. I love it.
And here's the final one. Thank God.
Oh,
Canada.
Canada.
It's like
Trust
Tim's
me,
Grinch story.
I'm the guy who welcomed you to your new hiccups tonight, and that's
What is that?
in the future. Your employees hated me this evening. Trust me, man. I came from the big city. Look the out. You don't have a clue who the I am. I tried to warn them, but no, they wanted to whatever hold power that night. I hold power always. Man, standard guard for me.
How did he get so drunk?
He's like Gary Busey with the he sounds out of it and then he throws out something ridiculous like Canada.
yeah, and you know,
Or
Toolsy
stand
was
on
right.
guard for me. Like that's so hardcore.
Well, originally it was the guy with the Canada shirt, and then he brought that back. He did a callback joke later.
yeah, that I'm the guy in this shirt.
God, I mean, that was a tour de force is what it was.
I forgot that he dropped so many F-bombs.
He really did. How fun was that for
I got a
Christoph?
feeling he might be over a barrel.
50?
A barrel of cocaine is.
Can't remember if it was 30 or 50 beeps.
It was up there.
It was up there.
And again, he eventually discovered that we played that on the podcast. He was rather irate.
Yeah, he was genuinely upset about it. But then wasn't he going to appear on the podcast? Didn't we have that all
No,
arranged?
he was going to appear at the bar for a fundraiser. I don't know if he ever did.
I'm back. Can we?
Trust me.
This is one of my favorites. Episode 18, James Duthie's impression of Dan playing golf. This is 100% accurate, by the way.
No, we played golf a couple of times. You always show up on like the fourth hole.
Hey, I did that once, and I won all the
You've done that
skins.
like 3 times, I believe.
Hey, I'm not used to early mornings.
This is the Toolsy. You look at Toolsy. I got a tea time tomorrow, but we're like first group out at Wooden Sticks, so it's
Keep
like,
in mind, I work till 2 a.m.
It's like 7:20. Okay, so can you make? If you can't make it, I totally understand. I know you have a late shift. No problem, Jimmy. I'll be there, Jimmy. I live right out there. I'll be there. I'm in the Schwa. It's just 5 minutes up the road. Okay, Toolsy, but like the guys I'm playing with, they'll get pissed off if there's not a fourth. Okay, because there's a long line of people who'd want to play. No problem. I'll be there. I'll be there, Jimmy. Hole number 5. Toolsy, where are you? Oh, I did the AM PM thing on my alarm clock. Oh my gosh, I'll get there right away. That's my Toolsy impersonation.
I'm like, shucks. Sorry,
And you
Mr.
get there, and
Duffy.
you did. You got there in about the 10th hole, and we had 9 carryovers, and you won the skids with your wacky little stance where the left leg is 4 feet in front of the right leg as you swing, and you somehow hit the ball.
I'm glad you reenacted that. Wow, you just.
That's so accurate, by the way.
It's true.
And I golfed that same course with Taggart.
And he did it again on 17. He just hit it closest to the pin.
Oh, I
With
thought you were
that-
going to say he showed up on the 10th hole.
No, he wasn't
I was
late. He wasn't late.
Yeah.
We had an afternoon round. We were
Again,
okay.
people that know me, I'm a stickler for time. I do not like people when they're late.
Unless you're golfing with Duthie.
It's just Duthie, though.
I was early enough to see his van shaking in the parking lot.
Oh, Toolsy,
you
when the
took a
Vans
picture
are
of a
rocking?
van that day.
Yes.
I still haven't seen that picture.
It was a very big city Ken type van.
Was it like a teardrop window in the
No, it
back?
was like a hey kind of van.
Hi.
A professional photographer kind of van.
I'm a professional.
Hi.
Never gets old. Never will get old.
I wish we could find that actor.
I'd love to find that guy.
He probably OD'd in '88.
But he is. He's so.
He was
creepy.
on Barney Miller as a ex-con.
Did we do Barney Miller? I
Oh,
think we
had
did.
to.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
No, so that's
No,
Night Court. That's
Night
Night Court. Taggart,
Yes.
we got robbed of a Taggart tale on our last podcast.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, that's.
I can give you.
That's our bad.
I can give you 2 quick ones.
Yeah.
Is this
A Ronnie and a roadie.
good. Yeah, everyone.
A Ronnie and a
2
roadie.
for 1?
Yeah.
2 for 1.
Yeah.
For one. Can we get the intro though?
Yeah.
I do love the intro. Very, very, very much. I love the intros.
Here it comes.
Here we go.
It's time for Stories from the Road.
Is somebody gonna wipe my bum or what?
This first one takes us on the road to San Diego. This was probably back in about 1995 or 6 or so. We were doing morning radio, and we had to drive from Los Angeles that morning to do radio, so we had to get up at like 4:30 or something to get to the station down in San Diego, which was an hour drive. And we're in the station, and they're doing their intro to the morning show, and it's super early, and we're all kind of lying on the couch, and I look at the door, and here comes Robin Leach to the door. And he knocks on the door, and it's like the front entrance to the studio of this morning show in San Diego. It's like pop station. And he bangs kind of on the door, and he's like happy, and we're sitting there tired, and I just didn't feel like getting up. So I didn't get up when he knocked on the door. And then he couldn't see in, so I was like, whatever, he's not going to get mad if he sees me on the couch. So he bangs again, and I'm looking, and I'm starting to crack up a little bit because I'm like, hey, look, there's Robin Leach, and he's waiting for somebody to come and get him.
And are you making eye contact with him?
Well, not yet. He hasn't gone to put his head to the window yet. So he's kind of getting a little more angry, and he starts to knock a little harder, and he's kind of getting, this has been about 2 minutes of me just kind of laughing that this Robin Leach trying to get in. And then he really starts getting agitated. He starts pounding on the door, and then he does this, and he puts his eyes right up against the door, and he can see me sitting there.
Oh, no.
And then he gets really angry because he notices I'm there, and so he starts pounding on the door, and I can hear his British accent through the door, like, and finally, so I still didn't get up, just because I was tired, and it was just, at this point, it was quite a spectacle to see Robin Leach really angry,
irate,
and I felt like I had caused this, and this was kind of fun for a morning. And finally, one of the people came in from the station, and he was like, what the is with you guys? And he went on the show, and he was literally walked in and was on the air. You can hear him on the air. And he was you could tell the whole interview was sour because he was just pissed off. It was awesome. Robin Leach, mad.
Is he dead?
The lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Was that Robin Leach?
I kind of sounded like Bane there.
Yeah, you were Robin Leach doing Bane.
So that's the road story, but this is actually a funny, not funny, but happened on the weekend. My dad...
this just happened.
Week. My mom was at my house watching the kids and hanging out for the weekend, and she left on Monday to go back up to Pops and Molly the dog. And she's driving up to the driveway, and she looks in the window, and she sees water hitting the windows, not just the front window, but the door and all of the front of the house. And my dad's arms swinging around, throwing towels and stuff. She's like, "What the hell's going on?" He tried to fix the faucet without turning the water off.
No. Oh my God.
And he did a full on Three Stooges, water everywhere. And this had been going on for 20 minutes. By the time my mom got there, it was a full on water park in the kitchen of the house. My dad just going crazy. It was so crazy that it was too much for him. He couldn't even get angry. It was too much for him.
So what happened?
The whole place was flooded.
Oh, no.
The whole house. They had to turn the fan on and open the doors for 2 days.
Poor Ronnie.
Yeah. This was just a couple days ago.
Ronnie's got to call a plumber. That's the end of it.
Who doesn't turn the freaking water off before they try to fix the faucet?
The ultimate FU if you brought a garden hose with the sprinkler on it into someone you were trying to get back and then just
turn
put the
on.
sprinkler on.
My brother Jetson went up there and saved the day and fixed it up for them.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Ronnie Taggart.
Ronnie had a rough weekend. He almost flooded the house. Poor Molly going all over the place.
Yeah, Molly must have been going nuts.
Jumping up and down. She's a big dog, too. So he's like, "Oh, Molly, I don't know what the going on.
We're going down now, Molly." It's over.
Water park at the Taggart household.
We have to get a Ronnie Taggart reality show on CTV. Stat.
He could live with Claude and Torts.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yay? Ron Taggart, Claude Noel,
yeah.
John Tortorella. Who snaps first?
My dad. Right away.
Oh, for
he
sure.
would like, what kind of cologne are you wearing, Tortorella? Right away.
Oh, yeah,
His
you know, he
cologne
totally
would make
does.
him mad.
You know,
hey, Fonzie!
I'm not going to answer any questions from you.
That's all he'll say to Ronnie.
Hey, Fonzie, what's with that stink?
I think Torts wasn't read the riot act, but they're like, if you don't get along with the media here, we can't hire you. So
yeah, but he can say that, and then he'll, as long as they're winning, they'll be like, well, they're winning.
Exactly. If they're winning, it won't mean anything.
That's all that matters. All anyone cares about is wins in professional sports.
People say he is a good coach, don't they?
Yeah, well, that's the hilarious thing. Like even Pierre, when we interviewed him on the last podcast, which we recorded long ago, he said he thought he was an excellent coach, but at the same time has some problems getting along with people. Kind of like Dan.
Christoph.
Heck!
What's that? 2 up. Tim.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, can we hear the original use of that? Now this Mike Gentile's putting the thumbs up here because before we started to tape this podcast, you were shocked at how entertaining this was. This is where we originally got from.
The games are getting out of control. I'm okay with replacement refs as long as they don't have a direct impact on the game. Obviously,
that's amazing.
It's so good.
As long as they don't have a direct impact on the game.
Oh my God!
Someone actually did that.
Who is that?
The reporter asking the question.
Is that the high?
That's the reporter.
Yeah. Sounds like that guy.
That was Aaron Rodgers talking.
It was Rodgers' answer to the question. I wonder who the reporter was.
Rodgers sounds a lot like Goodell. I thought that was Goodell.
And looks like Steve Carell.
Yeah, he does a little bit, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Steve Carell is
I'd give
Aaron
it
Rodgers.
6 out of 10. Steve Carell, Aaron Rodgers.
Who?
Ellen
DeGeneres is Aaron Rodgers in Packer. The Aaron Rodgers story.
Big day at Lambeau today, guys. I got my cheese. You got yours. I got Vince on my mind. Let's do this. Lombardo's. Vince Lombardi. Let's do this Lombardo style.
I think the pizza's got to be.
There was some extra mushrooms on mine.
We
Some
ordered
fresh
too
mushrooms.
much pizza.
That's all right. We always do.
My
Better
dad
have
said
too
to
much.
say it. Just say it. Just if it doesn't matter what it is, just say it. Whatever comes in.
Yeah, exactly. Free association. Okay, wait. Old man Toolsy montage. Christoph, do we have this one? There we go.
Yeah, it sure is neat seeing Don Draper's childhood in the 1880s.
Oh man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were.
Oh, Toolsy's choking.
Sorry, I was laughing.
Oh. Oh my God. That's real, folks. Colin Farrell was on Republic of
He
Doyle?
was on Republic of Doyle.
Wow. That's a pretty big get.
No, it wasn't Colin Farrell.
I had a feeling you were wrong.
Cinderella Man. Who is in that? Who's the guy who hit someone with a phone?
Russell Crowe?
Russell Crowe.
Hey, what's Cinderella Man about? Colin Farrell hit some guy with a phone.
My buddy Superfly. It's not his real name. His real name is Sean. He goes by. He used to be a DJ, so it's DJ Super. I go to the Gap. They're always out of my clothes because I take a medium. And everyone's like, I had a medium when I was 10. Yeah, go F yourself. Oh, new subject. Who are those kids? Oh, where's Granny?
Right.
How old are you? Perfect. Lesbian? Okay. Maybe? What the? Mr. Dress Up, a staple of Canadian children's childhood. Childhood. So we were... one of these...
Oh, can we save that, by the way?
So this is from Damo9 on Twitter. WestJet, one complaint. Could you make your screens bigger than a wallet?
Oh, how big are they supposed to make them?
A bit bigger. I want them bigger.
There's impossible to do
No.
that. You know what they're taking off?
I'm an old man! What are you talking about? It was the worst ever. Oh, you sell out, no Maserati? Old man Toolsy.
That's great.
Awesome, guys. That was great.
That's real. That was the real Toolsy right there.
Yeah, that was a lot of...
Like, when you listen to yourself, do you think maybe I need therapy?
Well, that's me.
You can't bottle that childhood.
Have you ever had a sunflower seed stuck in your nose?
And then snorted it up like it was a
But
Peru.
it just rattles around.
No kidding, yeah.
O'Toole's mangled childhood.
Did I ever tell you the bullwhip story with my brother Vince?
No.
So he had a new whip. So he's like
a new one as opposed to his old
well,
one.
he got
Say
it.
Indiana Jones?
So he's like, look at this. Whoosh, whoosh. I'm like, yeah, whatever. You were no good with it.
Hold on. You guys as kids, he's just like, hey, here's my whip.
Let's play Lone Ranger for real.
So I said, you're no good with it. He goes, I bet you I could hit your ear with it. I'm like, no chance.
You're like, oh my God.
So I stood up against the garage, and he hit me with the whip in the ear. And he got the whip taken from him.
Did it pierce your ear?
Wait, did it hurt you?
Oh, yeah. Then he got in crap. But he actually did what he set out to do.
Massive.
I don't think he ever got
you wrong.
I don't think he ever got that whip back.
I should hope not. I should hope this child did not get a bullwhip back.
Who the hell plays around with bullwhips and has more than one?
On a farm.
No, not that many farms do that.
Yeah.
There's something going on down here.
Yeah,
We're going to find
happening.
out.
Something weird was
better
going on.
stop
up
telling
in
these
Peterborough.
stories or it's going to crack one of these days. We're going to find out exactly who you are, Toolsy.
I hope so. That's what I'm hoping for. A magical encounter between human and horse.
What about when the podcast walks a fine line, Christoph? When the podcast, I don't know what this is, but I'm excited about it. It's another montage. Okay, here we go.
The Swingers Tim Hortons. Don't go to that one. Double beats a whole different thing in that one.
So does the drive-thru, I guess.
I would bet money that Dan would do Brady before I would.
So, would you care to answer that?
I don't know her level of interest in Tom Brady. I was Pope. I just switch it all up and just come out just guns ablazing.
What do you mean? Like a
rock
shoot
star?
everyone?
No, but he comes out and they just do a slight smile.
Wouldn't it be great if we just opened fire and the...
No, but you'd be like, woohoo!
Yeah, I'm the Pope, baby!
If people only saw what you're wearing. Wow.
I'm so dressed down today.
You know what? How was like 5 minutes before you started hitting on her? Oh, Jesus! Dan has massive pit stain.
Never done the private room karaoke. Have you ever been one of those places? It feels like you're walking into a sex den. When we went in there, they were spraying down the couches.
What?
Yes.
What?
With chemicals.
Always ask someone you love before you put anything in your mouth.
The answer is breasts, by the way. The reason you can't get on my website.
That clip right there is going to be used in every podcast for the rest of history. The answer is breasts, by the way. I think we just saw an ass. Yep, that's definitely... Oh, I don't know.
We have Bush.
Sad sack, not a porn you want to watch.
At any point when you were growing up on the farm, and you were experiencing a sexual awakening, did you consider having sex with any of the animals? So I go to put my key in the door, and I open the door, and there's Dan and his gitch.
It felt good, didn't it?
I mean, you're with your lady friend here. You don't want to, be insulting.
You don't want to get her the Dutch oven.
But when she said, I've got gas, I said, it's on.
Were people upset with my lack of penal references?
People have sex with horses in TOR.
Jay's working blue tonight.
Still one of my favorite lines, the working blue line.
We had a lot of Aaliyah Jasmine on that montage.
Nice voice gets you across, eh?
Well, I'll say this. We were on Play with AJ last week.
Oh, really? How did that go?
I was sweaty.
Jay was really sweaty.
I was so sweaty.
He had to grab a piece of paper to mop the sweat off his face.
I walked from my house to the studio, and by the time I got there, it was humid, and by the time I got there, I just couldn't stop sweating. I was dewy.
You were started. I couldn't stop.
I carried Jay into the studio on my back.
It's true.
You had that, stressful afternoon Rob Ford glow on your forehead.
Absolutely. I had the Mike Gillis look during the John Tortorella press conference. That's what I looked like.
I thought he looked better than he has recently.
But he was sweaty. Like, you're right. His face looked better, but he was sweating like crazy. And this is coming from a very sweaty person. I'm concerned. I'm concerned about you too, Toolsy. Your pits are sweating again.
No, I'm good now.
I'm still wondering how he gets such good haircuts for cheap.
Yeah. Yeah, how do you do
that? Do you do something yourself?
No, you go in. Here's what you do.
You have one of
Here's
those
the tip. You go in, you say, longest clipper on the side. It's usually a 5. Then you say, just a tiny bit up the top, and you specify, I want to make it look like I didn't get my hair cut. And then they thin it a bit. That's all you have to say.
And it doesn't. You don't need the same person. You're good. You can tell anybody this.
Okay, there's your...
I can tell anybody this.
Step-by-step at home, folks, if you want to have hair like Dan's.
There used to be a place in Kensington for $5 haircut.
Crow's Nest, maybe?
No, it was an older guy that was in like a Vietnamese dude, and you'd go in there and he'd tell war stories as he cut your hair for $5.
That actually sounds pretty good. That sounds like a TV show.
There's a place out by in North Oshawa where again, by the time this podcast airs, where I used to live.
Or maybe you'll be back living there.
Yeah.
Because you'll have been fired.
Where the guy, he set up a barbershop in his garage. It's in the middle of the country. He puts the barber pole up at the end of his driveway when he's in working.
Right. Well, I remember Brian Mudrick. His mom used to cut my hair in her basement.
Really?
Yeah. She had a whole salon set up with hair dryers and such.
She do a good job?
Oh, she did a great job.
I got a basement story, except it's not as good as that one.
Hey, we have a Rod Smith section.
Story?
I don't know. I tried smoking when I was 4.
What?
In the basement.
When you were 4?
Yeah, that's why I never smoked in my whole life.
Because it was such a horrible experience for you.
Intense experience at 4 years old trying smoking with my brother.
Hey, going for a dart.
Can you imagine how it would feel on the lungs?
Yeah, I was like, this is a little bit harsh. I'll never do this again.
I couldn't even...
It's actually cool. There's something to be said for what you went through there. It's almost like as a parent, you just give your kid a pack of cigarettes. Didn't dads...
Just one dart
Didn't
ought to do
dads
it.
used to do that, though? They like, if they caught their kids smoking, they'd make them smoke the whole pack?
Yep. Come on out back, son. I'll show you how to smoke.
Yeah.
And then... you'll never smoke again.
I stole one out of my brother Vince's pack and went out to the field and smoked it and inhaled, deep inhales, every single one I puked after.
Yeah, that was it.
And I was spinning. I was flying.
But you're still smoking like a pack a day now?
Yeah, just down to a pack.
Can we hear the Rod Smith section? Oh, Rod Smith. Boy, what a legend.
My favorite.
Taggart met him at the Christmas party. Taggart, you should go on the road with those guys on the Craft Celebration Tour.
Rod Smith is he's like the ultimate barbecue guest.
Oh, what's this, Christoph?
Do you want to hear some Rod Smith clips from before? Because we have something Rod Smith prepared with us for the podcast.
Let's hear the clips from before first, and then what you've prepared. I think that's what.
What's that infomercial thing you got there?
What do you mean?
I'd like to hear.
See, I can see his rundown that Christoph's working off of, so I can.
Well, that's the thing we did with Rod. So we'll do his.
Okay.
We have like Bieber tweets and stuff like that. We'll do that.
Okay, so here comes the montage first. Brodsky, one of the all-time greats.
The genius of Rod Smith.
Again, if this seems a misguided podcast, it's because it's a clip show. It's
not misguided. I think it's been great.
It's a best of with some fun guys.
Yeah. Why are you trying to bring us down?
I'm not. I'm just saying it's just if you tuned in halfway.
Well, no, who would do that?
On the radio.
Oh, on the radio.
It was cool when we were eating a pizza and listening to it. That was like working for free even.
Lost my phone. Worst feeling. And just found it. Best feeling ever. At Mario Lopez Extra. Hardest thing in sports being a Chargers fan. Now I know how Chicago Cubs fans feel. #anxiety. Who is watching the great Mario Lopez Extra on #X Factor? Isn't he doing a great job? Aw, thanks, sweetie. Come to a taping. At Eva Longoria. At Khloe Kardashian asks, quick poll, who do you think takes longer to get ready? Me or at Mario Lopez Extra? Hashtag 1 hour till X Factor. I take 20 minutes, KO. Smiley face. At Mario Lopez Extra. Fun show tonight at the X Factor USA. Great all-round performances. Barely got the show done in time. Live shows are the best. At Mario Lopez Extra.
I love that. That's the best part. Oh, that's so good. Our friend Pat Thornton loved those things. Okay, no, so now, Christoph, you have to explain what you had him. Well, don't explain what he did, but you guys approached him about doing something for us. Is that right?
Yeah, it's just a little infomercial for the Jay and Dan franchise.
Oh, I like this. Okay, here we go.
I love you under the moonlight and drinking some wine, country style tonight.
Well, hello there.
What the f*** do you want?
I'm here to tell you about a wonderful limited time offer. The Jay and Dan podcast proudly presents the Best of Jay and Dan box set. Now you can enjoy all your favorites in the comfort of your own home.
Hey now, don't treat it over. Looking out for love.
From the remade classics.
Who wants to bang Michael Bolton tonight?
Well, I'm butt chugging.
Hey, everybody, have fun, get rocked.
To covers of today's biggest hits.
Remix. Do what you do what you do.
And who could forget their own original material?
We're gonna raise a charity up.
Raise it up. That charity now. Raise it up.
This collection offers only the best that the fabulous duo has to offer. Right down to the just, well, bizarre.
Bye, black sheep, have you anyone?
So stop whatever it is you're doing and order now. Supplies are limited. This offer will not last.
I'm gonna eat the guitar.
Oh my
awesome.
God, that was amazing.
What the hell's going on?
Oh, now he's spitting it into his empty nos can.
Just locusts coming out of his mouth?
We had a nice infomercial and you ruined it.
Sorry. Just trying to have a nice day and we got pestilence.
Old man Toolsy.
I get that remix, someone mentioning the remix at least 5 times a week.
When did you do that Bob Black Sheep thing? I don't remember that one. Really?
That was funny.
Oh, that was funny.
That was very well done. I would buy that
That was
album.
great.
I once bought a
Thanks, guys.
KTEL album, and it had all the hits listed on the front cover of the cassette. I got it home. They were not sung by any of the artists that originally recorded any of the songs.
That's a con.
Yeah. Is that legal?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's legal. You just put out an album.
That's a ripoff, but it's legal.
That's totally fine.
What? I wanted Gordon Lightfoot and I got Gary Gordy?
Lighty Gordfoot?
This Sundown just doesn't sound the same. Why'd you get this Gordon Lightfoot? This is
Gordy Lightfoot sounded really bad on Fallon. Toolsy was right.
No. Was he? Is he a little haggery?
It was just like
old.
He's just he doesn't have a strong voice anymore.
And Geddy Lee's voice at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was different than usual.
Do you think he maybe had a couple of bottles of wine?
A couple of wobbly pops, maybe, Toolsy?
I don't know the man. I don't see him at Jays games anymore. He used to be behind home plate all the time.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah,
he was there recently.
Yeah, he once in a while. He's.
I thought he was there even just like a week ago, Toolsy.
Yeah.
Come on, Toolsy.
I don't know.
I saw him eating a Haagen-Dazs. Watching Dickie pitch.
So
I like to watch the movement of the balls.
Boy, that ball was moving today.
I can really see it.
I mean,
pass me another
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
1 week ago. No, this is the second pod. This is episode 42, maybe?
43?
Christoph's looking at the time. He's like, yeah, I don't know. We can get 2 out of this.
No,
Why not, eh?
Why not? We're getting 2 out of it. We're going to do it.
No, we can't water things down.
Oh, we're watering it right down.
I won't stand for that.
Like beer at the Brunswick House.
Ooh,
Why not, eh?
That's dirty water right there.
Remember the Peel Pub in Toronto?
Sure.
They
they got shut down
recycled
for
beer
that.
and
Yep.
they recycled spaghetti.
Well, that's okay. Spaghetti.
Because
That's
it was all you
delicious.
can eat spaghetti on like Tuesdays, so a plate would come back with some spaghetti on it. There you go.
That's a place I wouldn't go.
Yeah. Well, there wasn't the Peel Pub originally in Montreal.
I think they still have them, so I don't know. Should we beep out that we just said that franchise's name? They might sue us.
Nah, who cares? We're not living in this country anymore.
No, don't. We're still here. Don't do that.
So we're going to keep this podcast going. And by the time you listen to this, hopefully via Twitter, we have given you information about exactly where you can continue to listen to the podcast. But we would assume that it would be on iTunes is the very best place to always go.
I hope so. Lots of people go there anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
They have a nice little player on there.
iTunes slows my computer down.
What? But that's because you're like on a VIC 20.
No. I told you, don't like Apple products.
Too many Eddie Money songs on there. That's why.
Yeah, you got to cut back on
No,
Eddie
I got
Money.
no Eddie Money on my iTunes catalog. I've got them all on vinyl.
Julesie's strictly a vinyl hound now. And a pea hound, too.
What was that?
A what?
It's like that.
A pea hound?
Yeah.
What's that?
A guy who likes to
can't say
pee
it.
or pee.
Hound.
Oh.
Jesus. What
Well,
do you
I
guys
didn't know.
knew?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. I thought you meant like
Even Katie knew that.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking
She just
about
gave
like
you
urine.
a look.
Urine. A urine hound.
Why would you be a urine hound?
I don't
Jay's
know.
working blue tonight.
You say some odd things on this podcast.
I've never said anything odd at all.
This is getting naughty.
Yeah, it sure is.
Not really. So hope you had fun on the clip show.
I thought it was
It
great.
felt good, didn't it?
It sure did.
It was completely different than I thought, but it still turned out well.
Again, if you listened to things and didn't just reply to email, sounds great. Dan, we're going to do a clip show. We'll play long clips of old shows, and then we'll talk about them. Sounds great. Send.
But again, I've got like a child hanging off an arm. There's another kid running
You
around.
have to read emails before you reply. Someone's going to come and take your liver someday.
Are you guys like leaving like tonight?
Yeah, this is it.
No,
Getting on a plane tonight to Nassau Strip to LA? Is that what's happening?
That's exactly it. We're gone, buddy.
I don't know if I can.
But we're going to see you. You're going to be in LA.
This is terrible.
Yeah, you're going to come down to LA.
I'm going to come visit. Yeah.
You guys are doing some recording.
Yeah.
Christoph and Mike, will you come visit us in LA? Yeah. What about you, Katie? No chance.
Yeah.
She's like, gotta be honest. Once I'm through with you creeps, I'll be happier than ever. Toolsy, especially the pea hound.
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can handle you guys with tans though. Don't get tans.
I don't tan.
I don't know if I can help myself.
I just turn redder.
Because I turn a rich maple syrupy brown.
Do you?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I do. And I go naked too. I just let it hang out on Venice Beach.
Will I recognize you?
Yeah, you will. Oh yeah.
Maybe a little oil.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you to rub me down in the back.
What?
Maybe we should rub our fat together sometime.
On that note,
jeez.
Thank you for listening and keep listening. And thanks to Christoph, Mike, and Katie especially for doing all the heavy lifting on this podcast. We've had a lot of fun. And we'll continue to have fun. So go yourselves.
They're going home.
Dancing.
This is the Jay and Dan Podcast.